if you were in a position where you did want to get an abortion and she didn't, she has a pretty strong argument because she, especially with there's a lot of stuff going on right now with the, like my body, my choice. There's a lot of women right now that are promoting, or their argument or their message is basically saying that it's my body, it's my choice. If I want to have the kid, I'm having it. If I don't want to have it, I'm not having it. And they're pretty much leaving the men out of that conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like that's right?
No, I do not feel that's right. I feel like it's a choice that needs to be made by both of y'all. I don't feel that it's right either way for you to feel like you need to push him towards something that he's uncomfortable with, and something that you need to push her towards something she's uncomfortable with. But the difference is if she wants the abortion or if she doesn't want the abortion, it's probably going to end up ending the relationship at that point.
I know one thing though. I'm glad I had my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm happy I had my kids, man. I'm happy that my ex-wife, we decided to have our kids like we did. Like we went ahead and chose to do that. I don't know, because at the time when all this was kind of going, it was moving pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out, like, am I ready? Do I really want a kid or not? And I really didn't, but I didn't at that time. But I was excited because, okay, this is my child coming out. But I do know people who have gotten women pregnant who didn't want the kid.
Yeah.
Right? But they didn't have a choice either way, to have the kid or not have the kid. I feel like women have an advantage on that. Because let's say if I didn't want my kid, right? What if I didn't want kids and I asked her to have an abortion?
Yeah.
That's still a choice of hers.
Yeah, it is.
She can make that decision on her own. And if she chooses to do that, I have to accept it if I want the kid.
Yeah.
Like, as a man, the only thing we have is basically you're going to do exactly what it is you need to do.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
The woman makes that choice for you. If you're going to have a kid or you're not going to have a kid, or you're going to have to take care of it or not. Man, I don't know, because I saw something on this where a woman was talking about it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it. Like, what do you think about a woman choosing to have an abortion and or not choosing to have an abortion? Or if a man comes to them, come to them and try to get her to have an abortion. What do you feel about that whole situation like that?
Well, first off, I definitely, like, me personally, I don't agree with abortions. I think there's always a way to figure it out, But if you were in a position where you did want to get an abortion and she didn't, she has a pretty strong argument because she, especially with there's a lot of stuff going on right now with the, like my body, my choice. There's a lot of women right now that are promoting, or their argument or their message is basically saying that it's my body, it's my choice. If I want to have the kid, I'm having it. If I don't want to have it, I'm not having it. And they're pretty much leaving the men out of that conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like that's right?
No, I do not feel that's right. I feel like it's a choice that needs to be made by both of y'all. I don't feel that it's right either way for you to feel like you need to push him towards something that he's uncomfortable with, and something that you need to push her towards something she's uncomfortable with. But the difference is if she wants the abortion or if she doesn't want the abortion, it's probably going to end up ending the relationship at that point, and you will be put on child support because she's going to look at it like, well, if I do want the kid, I'm going to gain the child.
But see, sometimes this is what happens. Sometimes there's guys who want their kid.
Yeah.
Right? They want their
do,
child.
and the woman doesn't.
And the woman doesn't want the child.
Yeah.
So
in that case,
that guy still don't have a choice.
yeah, no, he doesn't. Well, you don't really have much of a choice, period, as a guy in that situation. Like, you really do kind of have to roll with the punches and kind of go with whatever they're like. Pretty much, she's telling you, because the argument's always going to be, it's my body. Even though you're the one that planted the seed, like, it's always going to be my body, my choice. They're always going to roll with that.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, I think it should be more of a compromise. Like, it really should. You should have legally, not just her letting you, but you should legally have more leverage and have more say in that. I believe that if we were able to give like men more time to be heard on the legal side or in the courtroom, when it comes to a lot of these decisions that are being made with these women and kids and everything, if we give them a chance to be heard and maybe have like even an organization or something, like help them out with like representation.
Help men out?
Yeah, help men out with representation. We ran into one. We ran into the legal discussion. You remember that guy? He.
Oh yeah, we did that video.
It was something that was shot for
we for the weekly. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he helps men that feel like they don't have options. You know, with their kids and the baby mama. Like, the baby mama may not necessarily be.
Shout out to the Dallas Weekly for that.
Shout out for
that was a good interview. I really learned a lot that day.
Yeah.
From that guy. What was it? You right. I'm gonna have to tag him on this video.
Yeah, legal discussion.
The legal discussion, man. Shout out to the legal discussion. That dude. Yeah. He still follow us to this day. He watches our stuff, and
he does. Yes.
He's a really good dude, man. And I see how he interacts with his child, and they do different things. I know. I think it was a few months or just a month or so back. And they were doing bike rides and stuff that I saw them doing and stuff through the city, trying to stay healthy and trying to stay good. So that's a real good organization.
Yeah.
I really respect what he's doing. Y'all need to check him out. That legal discussion. That dude is really good. I like him as a good. And then he'll actually go and represent men and try to tell them the rights that they have about their kids.
Yep.
I think a lot of guys, including myself, I know when my kids were younger, I didn't know what type of I didn't know what I could do legally to do things. I just kind of allowed things to happen, which wasn't a bad situation. Like I said, that mother do love our kids, so their mother go out of her way for the kids and stuff like that. So I can't say that she's a bad mother, and I may not too much, whatever, you know, but she does what she does for the kids. So I will say that we both love our kids. I would never say she doesn't. But anyway, saying with that, everybody don't have the situation I have.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like if you want to get your kid and you want to get away from this person, you need to go out and try to make that happen.
Yeah.
And there's ways for you to do it. Or just even to see your kid. There's a lot of guys I know that don't even see their kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys that would really like to. Like, even the dude with the legal discussion, he's got a great story. He really wanted to see his kid, and his
that's why he did what
his
he
kid's
did.
Mom wouldn't let him. Yeah. And it got him motivated enough to start getting more information about legal options. Yeah. And now he helps other people get to see their kids, and I think that's really great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and that could be an option for people that are maybe even in that abortion issue. You might have to get help with that. It may be something that you can't solve on your own.
Well, with the abortion thing, it's one of those things, like, how can you stop a person?
Yeah, for doing what they want.
For doing what they want to do with their own body.
You're right. Yeah, right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
And right or wrong from your perspective, they may not see it as
right or wrong. You know, I knew my ex-wife wouldn't have did anything like that anyway, the type of family she comes from. So
yeah,
I didn't have to worry about that. But there are people who are out here who have to worry about what is this woman going to do. But then you got to think, is the woman even stable enough to be able to take care of a child?
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
You know, just think about that. Question. Like, some reasons are very valid about having an abortion. I may not completely agree with it.
Yeah.
But there are reasons, like when you have, when someone takes advantage of someone and they ended up getting pregnant. I've met a woman like that, and it was messed up because we was doing a play in Houston. It was called "You Better Ask Somebody" by Salima. What's Salima's last name? I can't think of it. I'm gonna tag her too. Okay. But Salima and at this moment I can't remember. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. So I'm gonna tag everybody. It was Salima, Karima, and Lawanda.
I thought they were all gonna rhyme for a second.
Yeah. Salima, Karima, and Lawanda. It was 3 women.
Yeah.
And they did a play.
Okay.
About it's called "You Better Ask Somebody." And they was 3 women. They was really, really cool women, and they did this play that dealt with this guy getting out of jail, and he's getting with his girlfriend, and he has AIDS. He did a sexual act with a man.
Oh, okay.
And
that's kind of similar to Rent, in a way.
No,
or is
Rent is about
what was Rent about?
Rent was it was about homosexuals living in this building, and they was trying to make it in New York as artists.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with that.
My bad.
Yeah, you tripping.
Yeah,
but just trying to make it in New York or whatever. But
yeah,
you're tripping. And just the things that they was going through while they was, in this living in this apartment and everything. But as far as like with Salima's play,
mm-hmm.
it dealt with the situation of AIDS, having HIV. And we did it, I think we did it it was either for a church or whoever we did it for. Some people came out and watched it. And this one lady we touched, this is the thing about theater that I love the most, is that the woman we touched that was in the audience was taken advantage of by her uncle. And she ended up catching HIV and having her first kid. And the thing about it, what I didn't even understand, is that none of her kids were positive when she had them. So I didn't even know that you can have kids like that, because she's still dealing with other men, and she was just saying how freely people just go out here and do these things.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So you think about how freely people would do something like that, how freely would just people will get in a bad situation and then, I want to fix it, and then have an abortion. So some reasons can be valid.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to bring your kid into something crazy.
Have you looked at the process of an abortion? Have you seen what it...
I haven't, and I'm really cool without looking.
Yeah. It's not... I'm
cool with it.
It ain't pretty.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that you can miss me on. I'm not tripping on. Yeah, I'm not...
Yeah.
I'm not tripping on, like I say, like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah, I can miss out on that one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like seeing a lot of like death type of stuff. Like I was laughing with my kinfolk earlier because he was talking about fishing, and this is totally off the subject. This is totally off the subject, but it was just funny because I asked him, does he clean his own fish and stuff, and then does he eat it? He's like, nah, I don't eat that. I like, so you don't you don't clean your own fish and stuff. And he was like, nah. He said, I tried it one time and it just didn't work out that way. It was just it was nasty. And I was thinking in my head, like, that would be the only part I would have to get. I couldn't.
Yeah. But they have places you can take it. You can take your fish.
Yeah.
And they'll gut it and clean it for you, and they'll fillet it and put it all fillets and
that'll be cool
wrap it around
for me.
plastic.
See, that's something for me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a motherfucker to be really like you gotta be
into seeing some crazy like blood.
You gotta be
stuff.
into that.
That blood stuff that bothers me. Like,
you gotta
like
be
my
into
mom,
it.
she can watch TV shows with all kind of nasty, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I just be like, why are you watching that? Like I go to bed and see that shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck nah, I don't want to see that bullshit food.
Yeah, and then when you gut the fish, you split it down the middle, pull the guts and the eggs.
Bullshit. Like when a person told me how to do like deer meat,
Yeah,
and they say you cut it from the chest up, and then all that shit just dropped down. And I was like, oh,
it does. It just whoop.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, like a giant organ shit. Yeah, it's pretty.
Nah, that ain't for me.
It's pretty impressive.
I'm cool. But getting back to the subject,
yeah,
I will say abortion. I'm not for it. I'm not one of the. I wouldn't say I'm for abortion because if I had been that, I just don't come from that type of family or that type of situation to where if you do something, it's mine. I want to see it through. I want to take care of it because I want. Hell, I could have been on abortion, or I could have been.
real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to think about it from their perspective. Like, damn, like, what if that's me?
Yeah, it could have been me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because my parents didn't. So if I'm out here just slapping around doing crazy stuff, I gotta take care of that responsibility. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's been our show. Hey, hit that like button. Comment in the comment section if you want to see us talk about something that you have on your mind. Please put it in that comment section so we can see it and we can do it for you on one of these episodes. Hey, and share the content. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you'll get a reminder when we got a new episode dropping. Hey, and I'm Kel.
And I'm Jake.
And you have been kicking it with Kel and Jake.
Peace.
Peace.